Hello people again, I hope you are all fine. Today we're going to talk about another lesson and it's gonna be about functions, and we're going to learn about asking and giving directions. You know that sometimes you need these expressions to ask for directions or to give directions for someone who is asking you. So we'll start with asking some questions. Where do you want to go? Sometimes people ask you, please can you tell me how can I find somewhere, or I am lost, and then you have to help them. Or sometimes you are yourself lost and then you want to ask someone. So this is your lesson, and this is how you are going to learn how to ask and give directions. So let's start with some prepositions of directions. The first one is in front of, as you can see here, this mouse is in front of the box. Then behind, the mouse is behind the box. And then on, the mouse is on the box. And then in, the mouse is in the box. So these are prepositions of directions and place. Beside, something is beside something. And in between, as you can see, the man or the boy is between the boxes. Then opposite, the two birds are opposite to each other. Then above, something is above and below, below. Nice. We have next to, number 10, the ball is next to the box. Then we have across from, okay. Then we have near and far, okay, near and far, as you can see here. Next, directions, some vocabulary for directions. Turn left, then we have turn right. The opposite of turn left is turn right. Then we have go straight, then we have go over and go under. For example, go over the bridge or go under the bridge. So these are some prepositions and some vocabulary items related to directions. Then we have prepositions of location as well: on, in, beside, with, then between, and then below, and then across. Now let's have a look at how to ask for directions. What are the expressions that we use to ask for directions? So sometimes you ask someone, how do I get to the KFC restaurant? So sometimes you use this expressions that is green here, okay? So this is an expression that we can use. How do I get? Then we have, where is the coffee shop? But please pay attention, these expressions are not polite. You have to add something here, please, okay? Then we have, can you tell me where is 7-Eleven, or where 7-Eleven is? 7-Eleven is a shop in the United States. Maybe some of you know it. So we have to make these expressions a little bit polite. So we can use excuse me, pardon me, I beg your pardon, sorry to trouble you, and then we can add the expressions that you already we have already talked about. So then it becomes more polite. Excuse me, how do I get to the KFC restaurant? You can see the difference between the first example here and then this example where we added an expression of politeness. Excuse me. Then pardon me, where is the coffee shop? Pardon me, where is the coffee shop? Then I beg your pardon, can you tell me where the 7-Eleven is? Sorry to trouble you, but where is the coffee shop? So you can always make your sentences a little bit polite so that people can answer you and can help you. So this is how to ask for directions. These are just few expressions that we use to ask for directions. Now let's see how do we give directions. You can go straight and turn left. You can go straight and turn left. Then the coffee shop is next to the high school. You have to remember the prepositions of location and the vocabulary items related to directions that we talked about at the beginning of this lesson. Then 7-Eleven is very near your house. Again, these examples are not really polite, so we have to add something. So sure, of course, yes, why not? Then you can add the examples that are above. So it gives you more polite replies and answers. Sure, you can go straight and turn left. Of course, the coffee shop is next to the high school. And then, why not? 7-Eleven is very near your house. So pay attention, these expressions are for politeness and they are openings for good answers. Next is activity 1. Say the preposition in this picture. So you have 6 sentences: the car and the house. So this is the car and this is the house. So in your opinion, what is the best preposition to fill in this blank? Of course it is the car is in front of the house. That's right. The dog is the house. That's the dog here. You can see the dog here, and this is the house. This is the house. So in your opinion, which is the best preposition to fill in this sentence? Nice, next to. Yes, look at the house and the dog. The dog is next to the house. The house, the tree, and the dog. Look here, this is the tree, this is the dog, and this is the house. So what is the best preposition of location to fill in this blank? Of course it's between. The house is between the tree and the dog. The dog is the sun. This is the dog again, and this is the sun. So the dog is, yes, under the sun or below the sun. The house is the car. Now this one here is the opposite of this sentence. So the house is behind the car. That's right. And then the sun is the dog. Now this one is the dog is below the sun. Now the sun is above the dog. That's correct. That's right. Good job. Okay, as a summary for this lesson, we are going to see some more examples on how to ask and give directions. So the first example is, how can I get to the cinema? How can I get to the cinema? And the reply can be, you can get there by car, train, bus, or by sky train. So this is an example. Please, how can I get to the cinema? Okay, you can get there by car, bus, or train, any means of transportation. Then, excuse me, I'm new here. Can you speak English? So someone who is new to the place, then he asks you this question: Are you from here? Or I'm new here. Can you speak English? Yes, a little bit. Then I'm a little lost. Can you help me? Please don't forget to add some politeness in your requests and your questions. Sure, where would you like to go? So he's asking you, where would you like to go? Then, do you know where is the bank? Where the bank is, please? Yes, it's just about 5 to 7 minutes from here. Then, do you know where the bank is? Same question. I'm sorry, I have no idea. Sometimes you don't know. Sometimes you don't give directions. Sometimes you are not familiar with the place, so you don't have to give any directions, because you will just make the person lost again. Is there a bank, or is the bank far from here? No, it's just 5-7 minutes from here. Then, is the bank far from here? Yes, you should probably take a taxi. So these are examples of how do we ask for directions and how we give directions. I hope that this lesson is very fruitful for you. Thank you so much, and see you in the next lesson.